This is the legendary Mavic Neutral Service Bike. They have been the saviour of many a pro rider. Even Jens Voigt has ridden most of a stage on a Mavic Neutral Service Bike. But in recent years, they've received a few significant tweaks and, in my opinion, upgrades. So the bikes are now Canyons. This is, of course, a Canyon Ultimate. They also have Canyon Aeroads, so a more aero bike. Maybe you'd prefer that if you got one of the Neutral Service bikes on a flatter day. But the most significant upgrade has come through what I think is a bit of innovative thinking in the last few years. This right here is a custom KS Lev Dropper seat post. Of course, the need from this arises from the fact that any rider may need to get onto a Mavic Neutral Service bike. So if they have a small, a medium and a large frame on the roof, you may still have to adjust the seat post to get it to your perfect height. With the dropper seat post, you can adjust it on the fly. It has 65mm of drop, which means that it covers actually a really big range of saddle heights. You can go from 70cm to 76.5cm, which probably covers riders from, say, 165, 170cm tall through to those who might be over 180cm tall. So it really does solve any problem with getting a Mavic Neutral Service bike. Previously, pedals have been toe clip pedals. They now have a range of pedals on the roof. So of course these are Shimano Dura Ace pedals. Other popular brands in the pro peloton include Look and Speedplay, so those pedals are also present on the roof of each and every Mavic Neutral Service car. And there may be 4 Mavic Neutral Service cars on each stage of the race. Starting at the top of the bike, I know I've already mentioned the dropper seat post, which we will talk about again later, is a Fizik Aliante saddle. All of the Mavic Neutral Service bikes have Fizik saddles, and some of them even have a kind of a custom touch of yellow underneath, which is very cool. Moving forward from that, there's Canyon's own brand stem and Canyon's own brand handlebars. All of the bikes are equipped with Shimano Ultegra mechanical. Makes sense, very practical choice. So we've got Shimano Ultegra mechanical levers connected to Shimano Ultegra brakes, connected to Shimano Ultegra mechanical front and rear mechs. The chain sets, they're also Shimano Ultegra, and they come in, again, a very practical choice of chainring. So these are 3652 chainrings. So on 5211, you may be slightly undergeared at certain points, but you're likely to go very, very fast when you are undergeared. And 3625 on this bike will allow most riders to get up most hills, even the worst of them in a race like the Tour. The chain on this bike is Shimano, and the wheels are, of course, Mavic, as are the tyres. So on the tyres on this bike are currently Mavic Yksion Pro Powerlink tubular on the rear and a Mavic Yksion Pro Grip Link up on the front. The wheels, well, these ones are some of the latest Mavic Ksyrium wheels, but there's a huge range of wheels from a range of years across the Mavic Neutral Service bikes and on all the Mavic Neutral Service cars. Once a pro cycling team deal finishes, or at the end of each year, they will get the wheels back from the teams, which will then be used to restock their neutral service supplies, which I think is very cool. It means there's not too much gone to waste, and it means that a rider theoretically could get a neutral service bike and race on the same wheels that he may have raced on the year before. The final point on this is that bottle cages are supplied by FSA. With all of the major points on the build covered, it's time for some vital stats. But I'm going to do this with a twist. We're going to weigh the bike, and then I'm going to try and get the saddle height to my perfect position. The bike weighs in at 7.5 kilos, which when you consider the seat post alone is 450 grams, is really super light. And the saddle height, well, it's now my perfect height, 745mm on the dot. Thanks, Mavic. I hope you've enjoyed looking at the legendary Mavic Neutral Service bike as much as I have. I've particularly enjoyed the new dropper post feature. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and share this video. To subscribe to GCN, all you need to do is click or tap on our logo, which is on screen right now, where there is also a link to our shop. To see a video about tubeless tyres, have Mavic nailed it? Click right there. And to see the Mavic Cosmic Carbon Ultimate shoes, click down there.